Hello everybody and welcome back to the House of Storm, and welcome back to another episode of Tavern Talk, where we are the best magical bartender there is, and we send people on their quest and hopefully not their doom. Let's jump right back into it. We set a couple characters off with some quests, and let's hope that they are doing okay and we made the right drink of choice for them. Oh, you're new. Hey, Innkeep. Hiya, Chrissy. Long time no see. Okay, so our character knows them. So true. I've been pretty busy this hatching season. Look at a little bird. A lot to do. Yeah, the birds seem to be in a slight uproar, like something is amiss. I just can't figure out what. Animals often have a sixth sense, you know. They do indeed. Anyways, hand over a drink, will you? Of course. What'll it be this time? Something for the wits again? You know me well. Too well, I guess. That's the curse of being a regular. Eventually I'll have you all figured out. Hate to disappoint you, but you're wrong today. Am I now? Yes. I'm quite confident in the capabilities of my mind and wits. Of course. So what I'll need instead is something to protect me from weather or foe, so I'm steeled for any situation. That makes sense. I'll see what I can do. Right. So she's gonna want a frosted lagoon. Just looking what everything else is. Okay. She's not gonna need an infusion. Or will she? I mean, I don't think she does. A frosted lagoon. Thank you, Andu. Liquid steel, just a bit more digestible. That's exactly what I need for my trip. Where are you headed anyway? Oh, to the island of Boreas. I want to reconnect with some friends at the annual Borean Art Convention. Isn't Boreas difficult to reach? Not exactly a place known for its population. The convention is especially for creatures like Sylvian spirits, trolls, and the like. They'll also be electing the scariest monster for the next issue of Screech Magazine. Clever. That sounds exciting. It'll be a sight to behold for sure. You know what I'm most excited about? Gnomes. Gnomes. I've yet to meet a gnome on Boreas. They're pretty shy, but they craft cute little trinkets. Always wanted to have one for my tavern. If I run into a gnome, I'll buy a trinket for you. Now that we know what I'd be excited for, how about you? The geysers and hot springs, especially around this time of year when the mornings are still a bit chilly. And the sun tickles the sky on the horizon. Sounds lovely. I'm sure those things will be nice muses too. Bet. I'm bringing an extra set of paints this time so I don't run out again. I mean, Fable taught me how to make some from flowers and berries, but Borean flora is unsuitable for things like that. Seems like you're well prepared either way. Absolutely. How are the birds doing apart from being in distress? Well, the cinnamon green cheek Connors are growing to be such a lovely bunch. I can't wait to release them back into the wild once they're strong enough. With your care, they'll be ready in a heartbeat. I'm guessing you're taking Ruby and Merlin along to the convention? Of course. As for the others, I obviously can't take them with me. But ask Fable to look after everyone. In exchange, I'll teach them how to grow zucchini. Speaking of which, I wanted to leave my keys under their doormat. Sorry for the short stay, but I gotta hurry or else I'll miss my boat. It's quite the walk to their treehouse. You don't want to have to compensate me for that, do you? I wouldn't mind, but I also don't want you to be late to your convention. Well then, so long, Inkeep. See you soon. Fable! I think she's my favorite. Between her and Lynn, for sure. Good evening. Good evening, Fable. Did you have a good day? I did. I visited Mr. Dragon and the other werewolves. Told them about Carlin's quest and the Wyvern Chimera. Oh, so you heard about that. She told me before she left in case she told me to pass some things on to Mr. Dragon that I can't repeat here. I think she's happy he's back. I think so too. Did you have tea with the werewolves? Of course, we had a grand time together. I mentioned how much fun I had with the moon signs. So they taught me more about the stars and their hidden meanings. Which stars? Both sets. They specialize in Cassiopeia. You know, the night sky constellations of the astral plane and all. But they have one astrologer who knows a lot about their reflections in the pools of the premortal sea. And she promised to teach me about that too. I can't wait to learn about how the sea mirrors, echoes, and distorts the constellations. That's how she pitched it. Exciting, right? Very. That's what I thought. So well... What is it, Fable? I may or may not have finished a little gift I was talking about yesterday. Or rather, that Carlin was talking about. You know, the little keepsake from my time with the werewolves. Yes, I recall. Reminder of my very first successful quest. I just didn't know if you... I like trinkets. Oh. What is it? It's a piece and embroidery of a constellation. The werewolves taught me how to do it. While the astrologer told us stories and myths about the stars and their twin reflections, I imagined it to be a constellation from a faraway realm. I call it the Little Dipper. A Big Dipper? Last time I checked, stars weren't known to be very small. Do you think there's a world somewhere out there with a constellation called the Big Dipper in the night sky? There might be. Maybe the Big Dipper is part of a larger constellation. A bear, for example. A bear? Inky, I think you might be the one dreaming something up now. Most likely. Are you fond of the stars surrounding us? I do like to watch them from time to time. Oh, really? Do you prefer the stars of the astral or primordial sea? I have the astral sea. Really? That's surprising. Then again, you do help people change, just like Cassiopeia. You'll have to give me your birth data soon so I can calculate your birth chart. If that's okay with you, of course. It is. I'll write it all down for you. That's great. Thank you. I think you may be a double jackdaw, are you? We'll see. We will. Until then, care for a drink to wind down? Or something more zesty, perhaps? A drink, please. I think I figured out how to make my own zest. Happy to hear that, Fable. But drinks. Not sure how to make those just yet, especially those with the right balance. I'll still have to make the rounds around the grove later. So could you make me something that will keep me awake and agile? Do you think you know me well enough to guess what I might need? I'm already on it. Thank you. One moment. Okay, she's gonna want a swift strike. I should have these memorized soon. When I played the demo, I did. Boom. Awake and agile. Here. Thank you. This is delicious. You always know what I need. I think you may also need a break, so maybe stay a while before heading back. That sounds like a good idea. I'll just idle here a bit, if that's okay. Always. Enjoy your rest, Fable. Thank you. Greetings, Innkeep. Greetings, Kyle. Greetings, green creature. Greetings, Mr. Vampire. Well, how polite. Are you enjoying your drink? I am, thank you. And I shall leave you to its inspiring aftertaste. Innkeep, say, did you move your inn by any chance? It took me hours to find it. I did. Ha! I knew it. Your silly tricks won't work on me, mortal. Or, well, I'm not certain you are mortal. But you have... I feel like... We gotta be something. I instantly spotted the new alleyways that have formed themselves around your establishment. Perhaps I even got lost in them, in their winding paths and dark corners. Anything could be hiding within them. Like a vampire? No, silly snack. I don't need to hide. Except during games of hide and seek. I am very good at those. Always steals the slime with them. Maybe the inn wanted to play around with you. Mayhaps, but underestimated my skill. And as a 3-time hide-and-seek world champion, I would never lose to such a youngling of an inn. It's not that young. The wood isn't even rotting yet, dear Innkeep. It still has many eons ahead of it. I like the sound of that. A celebration of a match well won. May I offer you a drink? Yes, I think that'd be well deserved. Has that delicious blood of yours made it on the menu yet? Not yet. A shame. Then I shall have some of that fox blood again, please, and make sure it does make my bones feel more sturdy. Coming right up. So he wants a southern brawler. It's a good thing we can keep putting this on the board no matter what. And the rest attacking. Southern Brawler. Some fox blood for your bones. Enjoy. Ah, this is perfect, Innkeep. The only thing that would make me happier would be a drink leavenly tilted the innkeeper's vein. Keep dreaming, Count Dracula. Speaking of dreams, how's the retrieval of my cape coming along? Swimmingly. Well, actually, I think there's very little water involved. I wouldn't be so sure. Javelin has a beautiful pond filled with long-toothed spine guppies in her courtyard. It's her pride and joy. I hope no one is swimming in that. But I've sent someone on your quest. I'm sure he'll return soon, and you and your cape will be reunited. Marvelous! Speaking of inseparable teams, where's Rhea? Oh, she's taking the day off. She demanded vacation time, so I said she could choose any day, and she chose today. I was going to also take a day off and spend vacation with her. But when I wanted to follow her to the market, my sleeve caught on fire, and my hand, and my hair. So I was forced to stay back due to my allergies. The weeping amaryllis pollen is a very bad time this time of year. And the sun. The sun is also bad for vampires. Is it? Yes. Right. I need sunscreen. It's in the works. Did you get to see the market later? I did. It was beautiful, colorful, and full of music that would make anyone's heart dance. I couldn't find Rhea anywhere, so I felt a little lonely. Luckily, I managed to make a new friend in no time. Very tall and brooding, just how I like them. I inquired if I could try on his dark armor, swirling shadow, and onyx bone. He said if I tried to take it from him, he would turn me to ash. What a jokester. Dark armor, swirling shadow, and onyx bone. Yes, a true connoisseur of fashion. He's just visiting, he said. He has some great crepe recommendations. Plum crepes with ash sprinkles? Yes, they tasted deliciously dead. Okay, so these two match. These are two different colors. Okay. It looks plum crepes and spooky armor. I see. I hope you enjoyed your evening together. We did, though I feel like he asked something of me. I promised I would remember. Perhaps he wanted my cape? Many people want my cape. Perhaps. But I would never agree to that. It is my cape after all. Maybe he wanted my Pascal recipe. Is it good? Very much so. Then I'd like it as well. Oh, yes, you. Me? He asked me about you. Me? Yes, he said he's an old friend of yours. He was very curious about how your inn is doing. I sang your praises, of course, so he asked me to deliver you greetings. Congratulations on the well-run establishment. How did he phrase it? Deliver my congratulations on the fox piece your precious innkeep has found in his house of denial. Very poetic, if you ask me. Very... If only I can remember his name. Does my description of him ring any bells for you? No, I'm afraid not. Too bad, he must be an old childhood friend. Maybe you went to school together. I heard many friendships have formed at such halls. Maybe. You want to tell me more about your time at the market? Most certainly. I found the loveliest trinkets. Like a little stuffed bear with a tiny raincoat and a crescent elder moon necklace. I found a gorgeous sun charm as well. I bought it for Rhea as a welcome back from vacation gift. It's very sweet. Your friend bought a delightful raven figurine with eyes of starlight. Please don't call him that. We should never deny our friends, even if we don't remember them. I don't remember any of my friends. Alas, I still love them, even if their memory lives only in my heart. Anyhow, he said it was a gift to himself to celebrate the dawning of the month of the astral moon. Oh, I love Cassiopeia so dearly. She's the most beautiful month, is she not? A haven of starlight reflected in the primordial sea below. Only once a year she's this close to us, and then for a short period of time, to me, she's the harbinger of yearning and of change. Wonder how we'll change this month. I'll have to be more capeful and sunscreen by the end of it. Even a little less alone. What about you? I like the way I am, but I wouldn't say no to stocking up on more ingredients. Ah, the refusal to change is dangerous, innkeeper. Change always comes to those who deny it most. And the astral moon, we should no longer be who we once were. It sounds like a threat. By no means. Maybe it promises mourning, but maybe celebration, could it not? For example, my dear Rhea hated vampires when she met me, and now she likes me. True change can occur before the stars change, it seems. You are hard to dislike. Oh, how sweet of you. Sweet as my blood, I have a lot of it. I would hope you do. It runs warm when people are kind to me. All my millennia, kindness has always made me the happiest. There is nothing greater than friendship, don't you agree? And nothing more fragile. That makes it all the more precious. That reminds me, I forgot a crucial part of the message. Our dear friend Stranger told me he would like to see you again. He said... What was it? Don't think too hard about it. Ah, of course, the letter. The letter? The polite young man gave me a letter to deliver to you. What a sweet gesture. I shall pass it on to you forthwith. Thank you. Are you not going to open it? No, I don't think now's the right time for a letter. Not enough moonlight. Wouldn't it be kind of romantic, lovingly dwelling in the memories of a friend? It would go so well with the fireworks. What fireworks? I have no clue. He said he hopes you enjoy them. Fireworks, doesn't that sound lovely? I hope they aren't part of a private event. It's probably in the card. I think that would be difficult to do with fireworks. I don't mean to interrupt, but... What is it, little fawn? Look outside. I think the fireworks have started. Oh, beautiful. They're falling from the sky. Oh, little fireworks sparkle on. Those aren't fireworks. They're stars. Is that supposed to happen is the name of the achievement. Oh, that's it? Act 2, Starlight Sonata. Picking up the pieces. Let's start our day. Ain't nothing broken here. I'm glad the inn wasn't severely damaged by the falling stars, though it did take me nearly the whole day to finish those little repairs. Buildings might still look a bit battered, but it could be worse. I mean, it looks fine. Well, there's our gift from her. Hopefully none of my customers got hurt yesterday. It's not much, but I should surprise them with a new drink on the menu. That way whoever comes in can at least a small taste of normalcy. Alright, what is... Sunny Breeze is charisma and a pretty good amount of intelligence. Okay, we're still waiting on those two quests. Okay, I was worried when she was red. I'm like, don't tell me she died. Looks like we still have some more characters to meet. I think that sounds like a good plan. Looks like something's leaking right here. Oh, you're new. Hey, little turtle! Hello, little turtle. Innkeeper. Jade. Didn't think you'd show up again after last time. No hard feelings. Remind me again who started that whole brawl? Ah, no clue, actually. Must have slipped my mind. Would a drink help you remember? I want to chat about it, maybe, but you know how much a remnants of the past bore me. Now let's focus on the present. Let's. Didn't come all this way to revel in old times, after all, although I brought you something I knew you'd find useful, just in case you did remember who started the brawl. Oh, this is interesting. Let me see. It's some Thunder Sage. Found it on one of my jobs, but didn't have any use for it. Just don't try to boil tea out of the leaves. Tastes dreadful. Numbs your tongue. Nice. So, 2 intelligence, but it minuses defense. Your tavern seems to be getting on in years. Seems nothing can escape the grip of time. I wasn't even sure if it was still open. Oh, goodbye, little turtle. Look, he's smiling. Is it that bad? I guess some would say age adds character. What would you say? I'd say you've gotten old. Ouch. Oh, don't take it too personally. You still got some of your old spark. Ish. That's at least something. Not the brightest flame, but funky enough. Thank you. Also, you can go to hell. Now, I'd like to try one of your fiery drinks. What can I serve you? Something that'll quicken my reflexes. Gotcha. Alright, what do you want? Okay, you want a swift strike. A little bit of this. A little bit of this. Shaking it up, and a little bit of this. Can I just, like, feed him? Not actual sparks, but perhaps something sparkling. That's what you call a drink. Maybe you haven't gotten on in years so much after all. Also, I want to know some more about her story. Something's never changed. What are you doing in Zenith these days? Keeping up to date, checking out the latest town gossip after my most recent gig. Your most recent gig? I finished up a job in the Saya Plains. A sandworm kept terrorizing a group of seal wool merchants at the edge of the plains. I myself am very fond of these creatures. They just mind their own business, but sometimes they gotta eat. But you know how it is. Something's gotta pay the bills after all. So I took the gig. It was a cushy job, though I still managed to get the sand between my teeth. Luckily, it was only a sandworm and not one of those mimics that pretend to be a part of the local fauna and... snap. Gone you are. Anyway, I also heard about some unrest in Zoford from one of the local merchants and decided to go take a look. Zoford, the seaport? Yeah. Always considered it a rather calm area. It still is, sometimes at least. Initially, I thought the unrest was unrelated to the local thieves guild. So I went there to deal with some bandits, look at their most wanted list, and cash out. It was no real challenge though, so I didn't pick anything up. A few hush whispers at the marketplace, that is. Something about some archmage's familiar that went missing or whatever. Another new color. It's right in the middle there, because it doesn't bend here. She's a bounty hunter. Cat of good. Perhaps a job for you. I'm not a welfare association. Like, what do I care about missing familiars if no one's going to pay me, you know? Of course. I was more interested in hearing more about the undead on the other side of the country that my colleagues were mumbling about. So I came here. Naturally, I couldn't resist coming by to see how you were holding up. I'm doing very well, thank you. Well, that's good news, especially considering the state of your tavern. It's not that bad. Don't be a dick. Sure, whatever you say. Do you know anything about those undead? Not really. I've been a bit occupied with cleaning up this mess. The tavern was just a tad affected by some most recent incidents. What do you mean, the shooting stars? Oh, hello. Shooting stars, it's much more serious than that. Innkeeper, a drink please. Perhaps something to boost my defenses. I'll have to be equipped for every possible situation after this kind of morning. Coming right up. I can't remember. That's right, like all defense. A little bit of this. A little bit of this. There you go. Please enjoy. Like dragon scales, sturdy, strong, flawless. Glad I could impress. You have no idea how much this catastrophe has affected the poor citizens of Zenith. And my day off. I can only imagine what scars it must have left on the rest of the country. I mean, if some stars rain managed to affect not only the tavern, but also the whole city, it must have been pretty bad. Speaking of which, I'd be happy to help you fix this place up. If the money's right, of course. No, thank you. I'm closing up early today, and tomorrow to take care of things. Alright, Chief. The offer stands. What? You don't really believe it was just shooting stars, do you? What else would it have been? Have you not seen the damage? Last time I checked, shooting stars were flaming comets traveling through the firmament of Cassiopeia. Sometimes they crash on Gaia, rarely, but it happens. Nothing I would worry about. Just an average Genesis for me. Cassiopeia, help me. What? Do you know something I don't? Perhaps. Oh, do enlighten me, please. Well, it seems you're not aware of who you're talking to. Nope. My name is Eliathea Anwar. I'm a devotee of the great dragon Cassiopeia, bringer of change and lady of the gilded sea. I fight for those who cannot fight for themselves, bring justice to those who would bring doom. I'm very aware of when something is wrong with the firmament. Cool. Pleasure to meet you, Eliathea. Or Elethea. Now, trust me when I tell you, this was way more than just your average asteroid shower. I'm bad at trusting strangers, but go ahead. I believe something way worse happened. What? I know the stars fell from the sky. Literally. Usually I reside in the Aperture. It's a temple in the far northeast dedicated to Cassiopeia. But for my niece's birthday, I decided to take a few days off and visit her and take her to the carnival on the outskirts of Zenith. We were just on our way back when suddenly, right above us, the sky was ablaze with millions of stars raining down on Gaia. I'm very attuned to the realm of Cassiopeia, the harbor of all luminaries of this firmament. Just say astral realm. That wouldn't do the place justice, but what would you know? It's vast and yet so full of beauty. It's an ocean with a glistening surface home to creatures beyond our comprehension. It's the theological term for it. Look at her. Oh, she's pissed. Anyways, I know something was off the moment it happened, perhaps even a tad beforehand. Spectacle last night left a mark on Physiozoa. Not everyone agrees, but a cleric of Cassiopeia claims it was something seriously sinister. We have a bunch of different quests. With the feeling of impending doom when all the hairs on your neck stand up and you know there's a creature lurking somewhere in the shadows. Exactly. Which is why, Innkeep, I came here right after fulfilling my duties this morning. So many were hurt. It's a matter close to my heart figuring out what happened. After inquiring with those affected, many referred to you and your tavern. If anyone has any intel, it'd be you, they said. They did? Yes. Sorry to disappoint, but I imagine I know even less than you do. I was hoping to find some clues at least to help me start with my investigation. Well, he could ask around for you, I'm sure. Would you do that? I can certainly try. Good. In the meantime, I should do what I do best, aid those in need. Perhaps find out more about this disaster. Why? What? Why are you so nonchalant about all of this? Things like this happen all the time, and people like you fix them. Thus, not my problem. People like me are the reason people like you can continue living like that. I didn't ask for any help. There will be a time when you do ask for help, and then you will be happy there are people like me. Sure. Before I forget, Innkeeper. Yes, Eliathea? I will help you fix up your tavern, free of charge. Not necessary, but thank you for the offer. Well, if you don't need my help, I know many around that do. So I'll be going. Maybe we'll know more about all this when I return. Alright, Seraph. She's 25. She goes by she, her. She's a cleric. Background, the Aperture. Lawful good. Arcana, the High Priestess. Eliathea is a righteous devotee of the dragon Cassiopeia, a fact that she makes sure everyone knows. She is very eager in her ambitions to save people and protect the world from falling stars and the like. Yes, she's awesome. Nothing about Jade yet. How dramatic. Isn't it normal for divine devotees to act like that in a time of crisis? Not sure if I call this a crisis. Sure, it's like she said, the little stars fell from the little sky, then yeah, that's odd. Then again, I'm sure Cassiopeia would have stopped it all from happening if she wanted to. Are you religious? No, but I don't deny the dragon's existence. Which means I'm more confident in saying if they want to be worshipped, they should work for it. We all work for something. I work to get paid, you work to get paid, and they just get paid without working. Alright, let's read her thing. Bounty hunter, she's kinda good. I've known Jade for years. It's good to see she's back in the area. She's not the type of person you ever want to worry about. She's strong, independent, always looking for a new gig to make a living. A little empathy wouldn't hurt her, but that's probably too much to ask. Like so far everyone's good. Oh, except for Rhea. Rhea's neutral. Oh, he's also neutral. Yeah, Fable's neutral good. Okay. I won't say they aren't working. What are they doing to help in a crisis like this? They're taking care of the grand scheme of things. Ha! Wishful thinking. Oh, hello. Hi-oh. Greetings, adventurer. Who, me? You only want to enter my tavern, no? Yeah, but what way do I look like an adventurer? It's just a standard greeting. Budget couldn't cover any more, I suppose. I have a wide variety of greetings. That makes you feel better. Hit me, Innkeep. Give me something from your repertoire of greetings. How hops it? What? Hops. What does that even mean? I think it means how's it going. Ah, cool. Wait, are those tattoos? Whoa, they look so cool. Thanks. Oh, these are my bones, actually. Double whoa. What's your name? Who are you? Tell me everything. Jade. You? Eniko. Cool name, Jade. Can I steal it? What? What? I prefer if no one stole anything. Drake's. Got it. Can I have a drink then, if I can't have your name? Of course. What do you want? What do you have? Everything. What do you need most right now? Something that makes me more swift and agile. Like a slippery worm. Can't risk getting caught after all. What? What? Worms can be slippery. That wasn't... Never mind. Okay, Swift Strike it is. What was it? It was this. All the way to the top. I think it was a little bit of defense. And this, right? No. I thought I had it. Oh yeah. Alright, take this, buddy. Just take everything. You get a free full drink. Alright. All the way to the top. A little bit of this. A little bit of this. Swift Strike. No worms, but perhaps it'll suit your taste. Oh, wow. This is great. Amazing evening. Where did you learn this craft? In the Primordial Vortex? Don't look at me like that. I'm just joking. You aren't from here, are you? Who, me? Who else? Corey. Is that the thing on your shoulder? Bingo. It's short for corruption. Ah. No. I meant you. Well, I'm nowhere, anywhere, and everywhere all at once. But most of me is from Avalon. Oh. An Avalonian. Native born or by ancestry? Native, duh. Huh, that's interesting. I find it pretty lame, to be honest. There's nothing going on over there. Everyone's the same. And you think it's different here on Gaia. Yeah, I mean, not really, but I can go anywhere I like. Barely anyone knows me here. Theft, identity fraud. I don't know what that means. All goody-goody with me because I can be somewhere else tomorrow. In Avalon, they all see through that game pretty quickly. I see. Was it supposed to be challenging? I don't know, challenging them. Yes, and I say so out of trust. Just kidding. If you tell anyone, I'll come for you. Fret not. What happens in the tavern stays in the tavern. Also, I'll whoop your ass with that dumbass haircut. Then we're cool. Cool. So what brings you here, Inako? This and that, you know. Doesn't it seem like a cool town with a cool name? Got distracted by that giant hog in your front yard and thought I'd come in and say hi. That would be mine. Cool. I don't do mounts. I'm faster on foot. I can admire the landscape, take U-turns through narrow spaces, pickpocket. And did you admire the wrecked ruin that was once Zenith? I mean, I love chaos, so... Is it that bad? Do you ever leave this tavern and keep? The city looks like a broken mirror. You bet it does. Looks like a star hit the center of Zenith and... Boom! See, keep your hair like that. That looks cool. Yep. Run like glass shards. Okay, good. We got 2 blue already. We got 2 purple as well. 1 yellow, 1 green. These are 2 different shades of white. Oh, there's nothing we can do about it. Exactly. Someone will fix it. That someone's not me. Ha! Me neither. That someone could be you. Me? No. Nuh-uh. Absolutely not. I don't get involved with these sort of things ever. Who am I to fix other people's problems? Are they gonna pay me for it? Not enough, that's for sure. You work for nothing in the end, and no one thanks you for it. Heroism is an unprofitable art form. If you're unlucky, you'll get in even more trouble for destroying someone's property. And that after you just fought tooth and nail to save a village from eternal damnation. Or something like that. Exactly. I know Jade is a mercenary, but say, Unico, you aren't exactly a traditional adventurer either, huh? Oh, no way. Their self-righteousness and self-sacrificial hero complexes ain't my vibe. I wouldn't say all adventurers are like that. I mean, one adventurer didn't die from self-sacrificial tendencies. I knew one, but they perished thanks to their hubris. Another classic. Reminds me of the group I met last week in Arrowve. They were nice, but too nice, you know? I know exactly what you mean. They also on their way to investigate the falling stars? No, they were heading somewhere north. Didn't really listen. Didn't care. It was nice of them, too, you know. Charmed some rations out of them when they prepared breakfast at their camp. Sat on a campfire drinking tea, munching on bread and bacon. One of them was a wizard, I believe. Full on robes and the magic type of guy. Kept going on about how Leviathan was sending bad omens to the bottom of his teacup. Leviathan? Huh. Why him? Don't know. Was he trying to warn you about his sister's demise? His sister? Cassiopeia. Ah, right. Sorry, mythology isn't really my cup of tea. What is your cup of tea? Fraud. Checks out. Chaotic neutral. Originally from Avalon, Inko is now vibing on Gaia, probably because people here aren't used to his trickery of changelings yet. They're always looking for a new victim to fool and don't take anything too seriously. They on their shoulders called Corey, short for corruption, obviously. Changeling, they go by they, them. They are monk, Avalon, Cag, neutral, judgment. So, Leviathan warned him via his tea leaves about started something terrible, tattered wings, tainting the gilded sea in dark shades of misery. Leaving behind nothing but a shimmering void. That's exactly what he said. How'd you know? I think I read that somewhere before. Did you also read about the blazing eruption at the foot of Dalwall Hills? No, but I heard about that when I was in Zoford, though the Fae were the one doing their quirky rituals again. Wait, so it actually happened? Yep. He also read that from his tea leaves. Whoa, assume the guy's a real psychic. I guess. Deviation magic can be a powerful tool. The tea leaves said the wings shall be torn apart at the feet of Avalon, nestled between the peaks of Dalwell. Dalwell? So it really could be true. What? Sounds like whatever happened in Dalwell was the reason the stars fell from the sky. Tainted gilded sea, shimmering void, metaphors for a starless sky. The wizard was right about his tea leaf reading, that is. But fits what I heard in Zoford. Happened just a few days ago. Alright, that should be, yep. Okay, so we have enough for our cleric friend. And so that's how you're connecting it all. How else? No idea. Thought he was just babbling. Ah, with everything that's been... Oh, he watched us open the book. I think he might have been on to something. Odd that adventurers didn't try to stop it from happening. Perhaps no one would pay them for it. Or the other job paid better. Maybe they didn't want to be held responsible for any possible repercussions. Maybe they realized they can't save everybody. Maybe they were just pretending to be adventurers. Maybe they were the cause of all this and were just bragging about it, thinking I'd stop them. LOL. Hopefully your maybes. They're pointless and aren't helping anyone. I'm getting a headache. I'll go get some fresh air. So long, Innkeep. Merry hunting, Jade. Now it's just you and me, innkeeper. Indeed, Iniko. Not for long. I'm getting bored and I'm broke. So you're going to look around town. Surely some people don't need their shiny things anymore. Good luck finding someone to help. That definitely isn't me. So far I haven't been disappointed by the others. You know how to never get disappointed? How? Never have expectations, duh. Get the hell out of my tavern. Gotta figure that one out. Alright. Put that here. That was first. Twinkle, twinkle, deadly stars. The beautiful yet disastrous starfall left Zenith in shambles. The city and surrounding farmlands are destroyed, and some people are left homeless. A mere meteor shower wouldn't leave the entire night sky empty. So what exactly happened? Is it the harbinger of something more ominous yet to come? Whatever it may be, it's said that a fragment of this calamity can be traced back to Dalwell, an island south of Azoa. Oh, look at Andy, he's so cute. So next day it'll be raining. Yeah, so we're going to end that episode of Tavern Talk here. If you enjoyed this, please let me know. And of course, we will keep doing more. Being the great magical bartender we are, the stars falling was definitely not our fault. At least I don't think so. So guys, thank you so much for being a guest on Storm, and I'll see you all in next video.